Hey there, aspiring guitarists. The weekend's coming up. I just got through with my second of the season grass cutting. Thought I'd come in and do a video to uh, get my guitar urge through the weekend, but this time I'm going to do a little different spin. This is about guitar accessories that I have modified to suit my needs. Now, y'all have seen me modify things. I modify education and teaching guitars to teach my grandkids and things like that. But this I got off Amazon. It's the More Up chord trainer. And I found this pretty fast. Now, I don't need any chord practice. But I bought it just because I was trying to figure out what all the hype was about. And I can tell you right now, you can do. I'll put a link in the description. But if you put this particular brand in or follow the link I put in, you're going to find this is close to $40, and it's probably worth it because it's got a digital up here, that actually has a chord finder. You can see it just came on. Let me get it where the light's not affecting it. And it does several things. And it's got an instruction manual. You can even put in chord progressions. You can do all kind of things. But I'm not done. Let me tell you what I think it's useful for. It actually goes into pretty good detail of how to lay out everything and to do the chord progressions and what the buttons do. And you can see there's buttons on both sides. Now I do have a gripe right off the bat with all of these that I saw, is that the buttons are black on black, so they're a little hard to see. The other thing I had a problem with, and sometimes we all want something to work perfect. I get that. I finally had to learn my lesson. I spent my summers on a farm. It didn't bother me to eat a tomato that had a bruise on it. But it seems like I watch people in the grocery store, and we've gotten so used to picking the most beautiful tomato in the world, and that's fine. Do what you want to do, but as a consequence of that, it can turn into a lot of food waste for perfectly good food. So one of the things I noticed about this I didn't like, the battery. You can probably see, well, when I would grab hold of this or turn the chord display, the battery thing would pop off. So I just went and got some electrical tape and taped it up. Problem solved. Now, okay, I'm a pragmatic kind of guy. I could have shipped it back. For me, going and getting a piece of electrical tape and putting it over the end to stop it from popping out was just a heck of a lot easier. Now, this is what else I did with it, and I didn't like this. I think some of this got some bad reviews, and I think it had to do with what people's expectations of it, because, this is the cover, and you're supposed to slide it off, and then this was kind of supposed to represent strumming because it's got little, they're just plastic right there, where this is actual steel strings that you can actually, you can see them right there. You can actually change them. But let me go back to what I did. Pardon me for the glasses. I know they make a reflection, but this is hard to see. Okay, you were supposed to, this fit into a channel, and it slid on and it slid up to here and covered this. And the idea was you pulled this back and held it and made your chords. Right off the bat, part of the thing they marketed was strengthening the pads on your fingers, learning to make chords. I will say that this, digital, I'm changing chords right now, and it walks you through with the buttons how to go, if you're on a G major, to go to a ninth, a seventh, things like that. It even has, like I told you, chord progressions. Pretty cool if you're willing to take the time. That's not what I saw it useful for. So back to this cover. This cover drove me crazy. It was so hard to pull, literally just impossible to pull. And I thought, I don't care about that. What I bought this for was to throw into the pickup truck when I'm waiting to pick up my grandkids from school. And I just sat there and, practice chords and, that was it. I just did chord progressions back and forth and back and forth and, did things like that. And to me, it was just something to, it doesn't take up very much space. But here's how I dealt with this. And if you get cut on this, it's on you. I have some mechanical experience in the Air Force. I worked on gas turbine generators, hydraulic test stands, high pressure air compressors, bomb lifts. I know a little bit about, mechanics, and worked on my own cars in high school because I didn't have any money and it was the only way I could get to work. So what I did was I actually pried this out. I tried everything. I put white lube and oil in the channel to try to get it to slide easier, and it just wouldn't slide. It could have just been the one I bought. I don't know, but that's what happened to me. So I decided I don't care about this. I don't care about it being covered. I just don't care. I took it off. I literally pried it off. But here was the problem. These little tips down here on the end, see where my finger is, were extremely sharp. And that's not a fault of the company. Remember, they would have been covered up. So I just took a rat tail file and filed them down smooth, and then got an emery cloth and filed it again. And now, it's not going to cut you at all. But if you do this, that's on you. That is on you. I didn't tell you to do this. I told you what I did, and I gave you the parameters. So anyway, after I did that, this is kind of neat that, you can go through all the chords and it'll give you the chords. That's not a bad idea. I mean, it'll actually go through the chords, pretty fast. As you can see, you're just sequentially going through. And then if you, like I'm on D, if you come over here to the other side, you see it changed. So that's pretty neat. But I'm here to tell you, if you put in this brand, you're going to find this and a couple of other brands that are $30 to $40. If you don't put in a brand name and you just put Chord Trainer, you'll find some for $9. Now, they're not going to have this digital aspect in it. And look, I'm not knocking this company one way or the other. I'm saying that this got marketed for all kind of things. That it could be strummed, it could be this. I do think this going through chords real fast is a neat tool. But I will tell you, this goes in my pickup truck, and while I'm talking on the phone, I'm just sitting there doing chords. So it's a tool. That's all it is. But it's a tool that I've modified, and it comes with a see my cat hairs. Those, I'm sorry, I didn't get the lint brush to get them off. But I laid it on the bed for, I don't know, 30 minutes, got Bella and Blaze in there laying on top of it. So, like most of us cat owners, I'll get and I was a previous dog owner for years. We actually raised St. Bernards, and when my last lab passed away at the age of 15, who was my constant companion, it broke my heart. I just couldn't go through it anymore. And I was one of these guys that despised cats. I said, ooh, they're so dirty, litter boxes. I don't want nothing to do with cats. And I tell you, I couldn't go in somebody's house that the cats wouldn't come straight to me and jump up in my lap. They meant to conquer me. And as you can see from the cat tree, and you've probably seen a video or two of mine, that, Blaze and Bella, Blaze especially, the big white color point, he's just a cool old cat. So, go cats, go dogs. But anyway, Roll Tide, War Eagle, and all that other stuff. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope your guitar journey is blessed. Sometimes accessories and training tools can be a good things, but you may not get out of them every single thing that you think you're going to get out of them. And sometimes you just need a good old piece of electrical tape too. Hey, happy picking.